Hey friends, welcome back to Mustard Seed Homesteading. If you're new here, my name is Megan and I'm so glad that you decided to stop by because today we're going to look at everything that we purchase from Azure Standard. Once a month, I love to purchase bulk groceries as well as some household items to keep my overall cost and my budget down, and today we're going to look at everything we got. So let's get started. All right, friends, here is a quick overview of everything that I purchased this month. What I'm going to do is start from the left, as I always do, and work my way over to the right. So the first thing I have over here, this is actually new. I've never tried this brand of cheese. I saw it on their website and I figured, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and try it. I usually buy, I want to say Sierra Nevada or kind of whatever cheese, big blocks of cheese. I've shown them on previous videos, whatever's less expensive and the kind of cheese that I want to purchase. But this is new for me. I'm going to try to zoom up if you want to snapshot the screen and kind of keep that on your phone in case you want to look at it more closely. But this is new for me. This is raw, mild mild yellow cheddar cheese. That is funny. I cannot pronounce anything. All right, friends, let's try this again. That is raw, mild yellow cheddar cheese. For some reason, that's a mouthful for me. So we're going to try this month. And then the other one by that same brand is, hopefully I can say it right, you guys, is the raw low moisture skim mozzarella cheese. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. I always like to try other cheeses, especially because for me, what I like to be able to have are options to buying somewhat similar cheese as far as quality is concerned at the lowest price. So for instance, if one cheese is a little bit more expensive than another brand of cheese, I'm going to be buying the less expensive cheese. So that's why I like to always have options available. So I figured let's just try these two different types of cheeses and see how we like them. This next one, if you remember my last Azure haul, I had bought this dressing and you guys, it was absolutely delicious. My dear friend Nicole had told me about this, so I went ahead and bought some last time and a few other things by this brand. It is so good that I actually went on Amazon because I had ran out. So I'm like, I need some more. I can't wait for Azure. So I went on Amazon and I found this and bought some. And then I realized, you guys, here, I'll show you the ingredients. I realized that they had a red wine vinegar one and a balsamic, and I bought both of those. Now I haven't tried the red wine vinegar one, but the balsamic is absolutely delicious, and so is this. So I highly recommend this dressing. It is so good. So we went ahead and bought this, and then because of this brand and other stuff that I bought last month, I did go ahead and get this. I think this is so fun. This is just the gold, like garlic gold nuggets. So I did buy a little jar of this with olive oil in it, and it was so delicious that I said, well, let me just try this too and see how this goes. Here's the ingredients to that. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. So it's really simple, super fun. You could probably throw this on salads or really on anything because it's garlic, and garlic's so delicious and it's so healthy for you. So I'm hoping, and I'm sure it will be, but I'm hoping that this tastes really good, because if it does, then I will be buying this every so often. And this next item that I bought is diced peaches. These are frozen diced peaches, and I bought this because I plan to freeze dry some of this or all of that or make something out of it. I'm not 100% sure, but I have a freeze dryer and I absolutely love to freeze dry berries and kale and make certain powders to put in smoothies and just have on hand. So that's what I bought this for. And then this bag, as I shared a little bit earlier, this is the organic feta. So the last Azure haul, I bought a little container of this feta in the crumbles, and then I also bought a block. I loved the crumbles, you guys. It was so good, and I've been putting it, like I said, with the dressing and some veggies. So I said, you know what, we're just going to get a big bag of it because we've been having a lot of cucumber tomato salad because the garden's been so plentiful. So I just bought a large bag of feta cheese. And here's the ingredients to the feta. It's pasteurized organic cow milk, salt, cultures, and vegetarian rennet. On top over here are some canned goods. Now my goal is to always buy some sort of canned goods just to keep stocked. One, we use them, but also it's just great to have on hand, plenty for any reason at all. So this month we bought a 12-pack of the organic green peas. And as always, my A2 organic 4% whole milk. I'm always buying at least a 6-pack. So we do have a 6-pack here. Sometimes I will buy 2 6-packs, but this month we only needed 1. Now this next product is new for me. I saw it and I bought it because I want to try it. It is an ear oil. It is made with garlic and mullein and it's all natural. You can use this on a daily basis, but I just figured I would buy it to try it out. My camera doesn't want to zoom or focus. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to focus on this product. I finally have a day where it's kind of an overcast day, which is nice because sometimes the sun is it glares too much and it's hard to see. And of course it's acting like this. So let me show you the back real quick. I'm going to put it down and I'm going to zoom in real quick so that you can see. You guys hear that woody woodpecker in the back? It's so funny. All right, friends, I'm going to try to zoom in as best as I can because I want to read the ingredients and directions to you real quick. So you have mullein, garlic, calendula, St. John's wort, apricot, kernel oil, and lavender. And all it says to do is to shake well, apply externally as needed, refrigerate after opening, and then they want you to warm it to room temperature before you use it. So I can't say much about this because it is a new product for me, but I thought it was worth getting to try. And I finally got the coffee and spice grinder that goes over the mason jar, but I'm going to save this for last because I want to take it out of the box and I want to show you. Now over here is Wildfire Elixirs. It's a 3-pack. So this is new. I've never tried this either. And I figured, well, let's try the 3-pack. That way I can try all 3 and see how I like them. Let me see if I can turn this so you can see the front. Let's see. Here we go. So you have the digestive tonic, the fire tonic, and then another fire tonic. So the green one is the digest, the fighter is the orange one, and then the blue one says the lungs. So I figured let's try this and see how we like it. Now here's the back of the box. Hopefully you can see that. If you can screenshot it, otherwise you could probably go on Azure and look it up. But it does say suggested use is to take 1 tablespoon as needed 1 to 3 times per day and to shake well before using, and then refrigerate for extended storage. I am really looking forward to trying this because anything that helps with overall health, I love to try, especially things that are new that I've never tried because it could be the very thing that's my go-to. These next 2 bags are the coconut sugar, the extra fine. I love their coconut sugar and I buy this as much as I can and always try to stay stocked up on this because we use it a lot, especially when I make my weekly fermented sourdough waffles. Melissa K. Norris has an amazing recipe and we use the coconut sugar, so I stocked up and we bought 2 bags of those. Now for the rest of the cheeses as well as some sour cream. Now this one right here is my go-to dairy-free sour cream. It is the Forager Project brand. Anytime I purchase this, I typically buy a 3-pack. I have not found a lot of good tasting dairy-free sour creams that don't have a lot of cruddy ingredients in them. This one by far is always my go-to and I really enjoy this, so we bought a 3-pack of this. And then I have shown these 2 cheeses, the Romano, let's see, pepper jack queso, as well as the 3 cheese dip. My family and I really enjoyed these cheeses, so I did buy 1 of each this month. And then on top of the Romano cheeses, I did buy this goat cheese. It's a garlic and herb by Sierra Nevada. I have purchased big blocks of cheese from this brand before and I really do like them, so I figured, you know what, let's try this as well because I've never tried this. Now I don't buy a lot of goat milk or goat cheeses. Sorry, my dog is in the background barking. But I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see the side here real quick. I don't buy a lot of goat milk or goat milk cheese, but I am very interested in trying and exploring goat milk. So I figured let me get this and see how I like it. These next set of tubs are the A2 organic sour cream. So whenever I do want to have a dairy-based sour cream, A2 is my go-to because it doesn't bother with my stomach as much as a non-A2 strand. I do try to stay dairy-free as much as possible, but once in a great while, if I do want dairy, this is definitely the sour cream that I go to. And then let me zoom in on the back so you can see the ingredients. It's a little hard because the writing is so teeny tiny, but it is a very creamy and delicious sour cream. So I did buy a 6-pack of these. And then to keep the sour cream going, we have the Nancy's Probiotic Sour Cream. My family loves this. This is a favorite in the house. It is a very, very creamy sour cream. And I am always buying this, whether it's 1 or a 6-pack. Sometimes I will go a month or 2 without it just because we don't use it all up. And thankfully, when I buy a 6-pack, it can last for about 2 months, give or take, which has been really nice. And then I've also been using the sour cream to make an onion dip as well as a garden ranch dip. So that's why I bought extra this month as well. But we did get a 6-pack of these so that we would have sour cream for just dinners or whatever, as well as the dips. And right next to the sour cream is chlorophyll. Now I did buy a lot of bottles of these last month, and I'm kind of trying to stock up because I remember there was a point where I couldn't even buy it, and then the only option was Amazon, and they just price gouged. And so I just didn't want to pay that price, but I really do love this product. This helps with any toxins in your body, and it's just a really good overall supplement. I know a few people have asked me how I use this, and I pretty much put this in my shake every morning. I just put a tablespoon and that's all I do. Now I do want to mention this stuff is really green, you guys, so I highly suggest that when you use it, just be really careful with your clothes or any kitchen towels because it can stain. Now you can try getting it out with a soap. I have gotten it out with soap before, but just beware that it can stain. But I really do like this, so I did buy 4 bottles. I might actually be buying at least a bottle or 2 a month just to make sure that I'm stocked up on this. Over here, I bought an 8-pack of the chicken apple sausage. Now, I have shown this before on previous videos. My family and I really enjoy this. It is a really great flavor, and it's a clean sausage. Let me show you the back. And I will zoom in as best as I can, and hopefully you guys can see the ingredients. There we go. This is such a great alternative to just, you know, hot dogs. You can just switch it up with the chicken apple sausage. It's been really nice. Now what I did recently, and the family loved it, I cut those up in really small bite-sized pieces, stuck them on a pan, cut up some vegetables on there, just threw it in the oven and roasted everything. It was absolutely delicious. And then I roasted the potatoes that I grew in my green stalks, and it was just such a wonderful meal. So that's what we did with those. Plus they just taste good overall just by themselves. So I did stock up and get 8 of these. All right, 2 more things before I show you that grinder because I'm very excited about this. So if you guys remember, I tried 1 of each of these. So I bought the medium size, the small size, as well as a large size. When I tell you guys, these tortillas are so delicious. They really are so good. And I loved having all sizes depending on what kind of meal. If I wanted something small and quick, I could have a smaller one and so forth. So I did buy a 3-pack of all of these, and then let me show you the ingredients with this as well. Let me see here. Okay, so it's gluten-free, grain-free, vegan, and gum-free, which is really important to me, but it's organic cassava flour, water, organic coconut oil, as well as sea salt. I really enjoy these, and these are definitely going to be my go-to when it comes to tortillas. And of course, some watermelon. You guys, we have been on such a watermelon kick. I bought a watermelon previously from Azure. It was absolutely delicious. I think the last 2 Azure hauls, if I remember, I bought some organic watermelon, and these are with the seeds. I think they have a seedless as well as one with seeds. I prefer the one with seeds. And I've also bought local watermelon too. So anyway, I can get some watermelon because you guys, mine is still growing in the garden, and so far they're looking good, but they're definitely not ready. So I made sure we bought 2 more organic with seed watermelons. All right, now we're going to crack open this coffee and spice grinder. So the reason I bought this is the same reason I bought the other stuff for making coffee without electricity the last time. Because there's just unknown like weather stuff and electricity can go out and things like that, because it's happened before where there's a really bad storm or something and the electricity went out. You guys, I cannot be without coffee if I can help it. So when I saw that they had a grinder that you can put on a mason jar and just hand grind, I said I have to have it. I also last month, and you can see it on the last Azure haul, there's one where it's just a filter. So you would grind the coffee grounds with this, put that in the filter and pour your hot water over it, and then you have fresh hot coffee in your mason jar. So I'm going to open this so I can show you. You guys, this is so fun and I'm absolutely loving this. I might even buy a second one just for a backup. So here's what the picture looks like. So I probably just have to, take that off and stick this on. And I want to show you the grinder down there. I don't know if you can see it right in there. You guys, this is getting me super excited. I am like really happy that I found this and I bought it. So there's the grinder, and then let me show you the bottom. So then obviously the coffee would come out from the bottom there, and then this is what would go over the mason jar, and then you would put the middle part of that over, so I'm assuming to make sure there's not a huge mess or just to kind of help with stabilizing it against the mason jar. And you would just put that over, and then I put this handle right on top and then grind. And it's stainless steel too, which is a huge bonus for me. Like that to me is good. I don't want plastic, because plastic, for one, it's not as healthy, and then two, it can break very easily, whereas stainless steel is so much better. So you guys, that's what it looks like. I'm very happy. I cannot wait to use this, and I don't know, next month you might see another one, because I'm thinking about buying a second one. Okay, you want to know something really funny? So I thought that this was for the bottom part, and I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't seem right. What this is a lid to cover, so that I'm assuming that it would cover to keep the coffee grounds or any type of, when you're grinding, from messes spilling over or coming out, and that's what that's for, you guys. I hope you get a little laugh out of that, because I thought it was for the bottom over the mason. I'm like, wait a second, that seems a little too big. So I figured out that it goes on the very top to keep all the grinding and the beans and all that splatter stuff in here. Last but not least, you guys, I always like to show you these if I get them in my box. There's been times where I haven't been able to get the sales flyer. What I appreciate about Azure sales flyer is all of the plethora of information in here. They share small businesses, they share products that they sell, they have things listed that are for sale back here. And I just appreciate the information that they provide in here. Sometimes they'll have articles in here for canning, for cleaning, for just all sorts of stuff. So I greatly appreciate these Azure sales flyers, and I have kept these so that I have references to go back and look things up. And this is new. This is actually their product catalog of just their wellness products. Now I do buy their copper and magnesium, and I really enjoy them. I didn't need them this month, but this pretty much goes into depth on all of their products. I cannot wait to look into this and read up a few of their products. I will probably have this handy by my desk in case I ever need to reference a supplement if I need a supplement. So this is newer. I know that their nutrition products is somewhat newer, and so far, like I said, I buy the copper as well as the magnesium, and it's been really nice. Well, friends, I hope that by me sharing the Azure haul was helpful for you in some way. And I do want to let you know that if you are interested in purchasing from Azure or becoming a member, I do always leave my link below that you are more than welcome to use if you would like to. But please in no way feel obligated or anything in that way. I just want to share with you all and say thank you if you do end up using it, and welcome to the Azure family and community if you do decide to become a member and purchase from Azure. I will say that is one of the things that I absolutely love about Azure Standard. I look forward to the monthly, where we meet monthly to get our products. That is one of the things that I look forward to because of the camaraderie, the friendships, the people that you meet. It is one of my favorite things that I appreciate about being a member with Azure Standard. Now friends, I want to quickly add, the reason I share my Azure Standard hauls on this channel, even though most of my channel is on gardening and everything gardening and some preserving, is for the reason that when my garden doesn't produce enough of something or I need to supplement, I try to go to companies, reputable companies that I trust, that I can buy bulk, good quality products and not have to go to the store every week and buy once a month. And so I love to share these hauls to show that when my garden doesn't produce what I need, I do have alternatives that I go to, and Azure Standard is one of them. And so that is why I share it in hopes that it'll help you and give you ideas and hopefully save you money on your overall grocery budget as well as your household budget. So friends, thanks so much for stopping by, and I always look forward to seeing you guys next time. And always remember friends, be encouraged, stay encouraged, and always stay inspired. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.